Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. We've had quite a week here and it's been fabulous. So I put some information out about our summer sprint, and let me talk to you about that because we've already had families take advantage of it. I worked with two fabulous boys last week on their resume, and when they first came in, I said, okay, we're going to start your resume. We started talking about what they've done, and they were like, yeah, like we played football. That's what we've done. Both of them said the same thing. We've played football. What else have you done? Well, we coached some youth football for the football team. Okay, well, colleges are going to want to see more than that. So what else? Yeah, so we started digging deeper. We started pulling out those little bits and pieces of things, and then we were able to word them in such a way that it sounded a little bit more impactful. Not that we lied about anything they did, but let's face it, participated in X is a lot different than led children in the fundamentals of team building. And they did both of those things. They participated in it, but what they were really doing were leading children in the fundamentals of team building. Now, which sounds better to a college admission rep? Which is going to carry more weight? Okay, guess what, guys? You have a big gaping hole in your resume. Let's talk about what would you want to see different in the world, and how can we make that happen in a short little bit of a time, but show a big, huge impact that you're making in the community. And so we came up with two very different, very great plans that I have no other students doing so that they could boost their resume. Now, why is it important to do the resume right now? Because school's coming to a close. We want to ask teachers now if they'll write letters of recommendation. And some teachers might say, you know what, don't worry about it, wait till next year. That's their prerogative. But there are going to be some teachers, when you ask, they'll say, sure, I'd be happy to. And then when you send them this fabulous detailed resume that outlines absolutely everything, and they don't have to think, what did he do? I think he played football, but I don't know if he played all 4 years. I don't know if he participated in this. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to wait. Now I don't have to wait because it's all right there for me. And you can also guide them in the email that you send saying, hey, here's my resume to make it easier for you. If you could talk about XYZ, and now they know exactly what they're going to talk about, those letter of recommendations are going to be done early. You are not going to have the big red X mark in your college application portal that they're still waiting on those. And let me tell you, senior year is filled with so many things. I mean, there's so much going on, and senioritis, it is a real thing, parents. But kids don't realize there's senioritis. So they've probably beefed up their schedule next year to look good to colleges. They have several AP classes on their schedule next year. It's going to be hard. They may participate in a fall sport. Early applications get the best decision. So why are we doing the summer sprint? We're doing it because we can make these tiny little bite-sized pieces that make a huge impact to make the process easy, and your child will have their applications done by September 15th, October 1st, depending on the level of schools they're applying to. We're asking everybody that is interested in this to reach out so we can talk about what your child needs specifically, because every student is different. Anyone who's telling you buy XYZ package, this is all you need is XYZ, they don't care about your kid because your kid's different than other kids. There's a big difference between somebody who's applying to Wake Forest, Notre Dame, Georgetown, UPenn, and somebody who is applying to Ohio State, Penn State, University of Cincinnati, University of South Carolina. Those schools require 1, maybe 2 essays. Wake Forest requires 7. There is a big difference in the amount of work you're doing. Notre Dame has 5. So that's why we want to talk to you. We want to make sure we can help your child achieve their goals and do it in a timely fashion. So when they hit senior year and all of their friends are stressing out, they're like, check, check, check. Things are all done. And they're not getting that big red X and having to go back to teachers saying, hey, all my information's in, but they haven't gotten your recommendation letter. Yeah, I'm really busy. I've got about 55 of them to write this year. You don't want to be in that pile. You want to be done early. So if you think it would be helpful for your child to get started on it now, and again, this is individual. This is not, we're meeting Thursday nights at 7. This is, hey, Johnny, what time can you meet this week? Hey, Ava, what time can you meet this week? And we're getting it done, systematically checking all the boxes so that by September 15th, apps are submitted. They're done. October 1st, if we do have those bigger applications, and they are well thought out, they are personalized, they are unique, and they are going to get your child into their dream school, because that's what we've been doing for years. But we found last year there was a big bottleneck. A lot of people wanted to join us very late in the process. And we don't like bottlenecks. We like things to be super efficient. I'm the queen of efficiency here. We have systems, they work. And despite the fact we're using systems to do all of this, every kid comes out looking unique. Every kid has that wow factor. Every kid has that something that's different about them. Those 2 football players, they're brothers. They're very, very similar. Their standout projects are making them unique, and they are not taking them any time. Even though they had very similar items, we worded them different on their resumes in case they do apply to the same schools. So they look different, because that's what you want to be. You want to be different. No school needs 2,000 of the same person. I apologize, we just had a technical glitch there. Their colleges are creating communities, and they want the community to thrive. It's an ecosystem. They need some diversity in there. Diverse talents, diverse skills, diverse interests. And so having your child stand out and be unique and not just do what all of their friends are doing, super important. So if you're interested in the summer sprint, I'll drop a link down below. You can get on our calendar. We can talk about it. Maybe it'll be a good fit. Maybe it won't. And that's okay. But at least you'll know, so that in September, you're not having that battle with your kid. Did you write that essay yet? Can I read it? Well, maybe you should write about this, and getting the eye roll and like, oh my gosh, Mom, I'm not writing about that. Like, what are you talking about? Because trust me, we get a lot of those kids end of September when the parent is done battling with them and they're like, I just can't do it. So if you don't want to start their senior year where you're trying to manage this process, and they, there's a lot of insecurity about this. They're putting themselves out there. It's hard to write this essay. It's hard to make sure that they're shining in front of someone else. So they like getting assistance and knowing like, oh, if you think it's good, then I'm okay. Like, do you think that's what they want? Yes, we know that's what they want. So if you want to talk about it, let's have a chat. If not, let's see what happens. But we're happy to help. We're happy to make sure we take all of the steps. And again, starting now, so easy, because you're going to be top of the list for letters of recommendation. You're going to have all of the things checked off. And so we make it really manageable. We're calling it a summer sprint because you're going to get so much done. But your kid is going to be like, that was a piece of cake. And we have the testimonials to prove that, because that's what every kid says when they're like, wait, I'm done already? That was easy. Yeah, that's the goal. Effective and easy. So we'll talk soon. Everybody have a great, great Friday.